Spy is directed by Paul Feig and stars Melissa McCarthy as a desk-bound CIA agent named Susan Cooper. However, she's a more intelligent desk jockey than you may believe because she, like all the desk jockey members of the CIA, has the power to basically see what the spies are seeing. So if there's a guy around the corner, she'll say, hey, there's a guy around the corner, the spy takes him out. And in this case, Jude Law is playing the spy that she's trying to protect. And when he is surprisingly killed, we find out that all of the agents' covers have been blown at the CIA, and she volunteers to go in because nobody will recognize her. She's just a desk-bound jockey who really hasn't been in the field ever, and most people just think that's a bad idea. But she ends up proving them wrong. Guys, let me tell you, Spy surprised the hell out of me. This was a much better film than what I was expecting. I was just expecting just a stupid Melissa McCarthy movie again after Tammy, because was that a bad movie. Nonetheless, though, I really think that she just completely revives herself in this movie. Because Melissa McCarthy, I think this may be her most comedic and best performance yet. And halfway through the movie, I was saying to myself, wow, she's actually doing a really good job. And I think that her character in this movie was just so great because it was just a great modern spin on spy movies. Now, this is not a perfect movie. It's not an excellent movie, but I do think it's a fun movie. I think if you're the kind of person that hasn't seen a lot of spy movies, this is the kind of movie that you might want to check out because it is a lot of fun. But keep in mind, this film was rated R for a reason. There was a ton of graphic nudity in this movie. And I don't want to, spoil anything for you guys, but when you watch the movie, you know what I'm talking about. I think in some ways it was good, but in some ways, not so much. Something else that really surprised me was that this movie was actually really, really violent. I mean, this movie wasn't afraid to get bloody. There is a ton of blood and gore in this movie that really surprised me. The villain in this movie, played by Rose Byrne, is just so good, and I'm not just saying that because of her just amazing body. And if you guys have seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. She is incredibly beautiful. I'm not afraid to say that at all, because she is. Besides her body, I do think that Rose Byrne did a very good job in this movie. She was very fun to look at, and I'm not really afraid to say that. But I do think that her performance in this movie was good, and she is just one hell of a compelling villain. One hell of a body, though, as well. But I think the most surprising character in this movie is by far Jason Statham. This guy owned every second of film that he was in. He stole basically every single scene he was in. I'm laughing, guys, because there are moments of this movie where he is telling Melissa McCarthy's character about past experiences, about him being a spy in the field, and they are hilarious. They knocked me flat. There were times where I actually had to pause the movie because I was laughing so hard. I had to go back on replay and rewatch those scenes because they were just so damn funny. So whether that has to do with the parachute and him being on fire, that was actually really, really funny. I swear to God, those are hilarious. And also, like Kingsman, this was also kind of a spoof on the Bond films, trying to either go against them, going with them with some cool gadgets, and I really liked it about this movie because this year was apparently filled with spy movies. We got Spectre, which is of course new James Bond, Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation. But I think the major and completely massive flaw with this movie is that the story is just so cliched. We've seen it before. Nuclear something or another is about to blow up. We have a spy going deep undercover. We've seen all of this before. All of it, completely. This is a movie that I think without Melissa McCarthy and Jason Statham, it would have just been another generic spy movie. The direction that it went into was very good, and Melissa McCarthy really brought something special to this film. I'm not kidding. I really think this could be her best performance yet. And Jason Statham, I'm not a huge fan of him. I never really loved any of his movies. I've liked a couple of them, and he had cool martial arts skills, but overall his movies were kind of weak to me. I think this is not only his best performance, but he is absolutely hilarious in this film. Laugh out loud. I can't say it enough, guys. He is hilarious and steals, I think, almost the entirety of the movie with any scene he's in. I do think that there are a ton of misses with this movie, jokes that just really kind of fell flat almost instantly, but the jokes that hit, absolutely hit, because they were absolutely hilarious. So funny, so well done. Some of the jokes in this movie were just so gut-bustingly funny that I couldn't hear the lines that they were saying after that for like 15 seconds. And I had to rewind so many of the scenes, but it was well worth it because some of those jokes in the movie are absolutely hilarious, and some of them just fall completely flat. But I think overall, Spy was a very fun movie that I will definitely watch again. If I really can, I'll definitely buy the Blu-ray for it because I think that this is a terrifically fun, cliched but fun action comedy that I really think was well made. I really do. And I think that the cast does a great job, specifically with Melissa McCarthy and Jason Statham. And Rose Byrne's body is just perfect in this film. And I think Jude Law does a great job as well. Guys, I'm going to give Spy a B+. Guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, I can't thank you enough. What did you guys think about Spy? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you somewhere in the middle? Well, I love to hear those comments, so send them in the comment section below. And I'd like to share this new news with you guys because you are just incredible. You guys are so amazing. I am currently working on 2 analysis videos. One of them is going to be for Spectre, and the other one is going to be for Whiplash. I said I was going to do a Whiplash review, but I really think I'd like to go more in depth with the film. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned.